Hey everybody, quick disclaimer. In this episode, we do talk about Santa Claus.
The mysteries.
Yes.
The passion.
The reality of.
Yeah.
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 Thanks.
Bye.
This reporter places the blame for all of this squarely on you, the viewers.
Would you say we'd be venturing into a zone of danger?
It doesn't matter what you think.
You're listening to the Our Take Podcast with Brian Sherman.
He had a full head, all the way till the end. It was white, and I was hoping to get that. I was hoping to get like the full head, and it was really hard to cut it off.
And Spencer Rogers.
To be a good pilot, you have to be able to make good decisions, and I know what my credit score is, so I know I don't make good decisions.
Hey, welcome one and all to the Our Take Podcast. I'm Brian.
I am Spencer.
Welcome, Madison.
I am here.
Hashtag Mad Dog Tunes back in the house for this episode. Glad to have him. How
Glad
you
to
been,
be
man?
here. I'm doing very,
good?
very well.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Is today Wednesday?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I really don't. Yeah,
Let
it
me
is Wednesday.
let me Google
I
it
don't
real
know
quick.
either.
Let me Google it real quick.
Why is Google gray today? Is it because of the funeral?
Yeah.
Yeah.
George H.W.
That's just weird.
Freaking W made me cry, man.
Did you?
Yeah. Watched his eulogy, made me cry.
That's why I didn't want to watch. I didn't feel like.
He lost it at the end. It was very moving.
Yeah.
Anyway, it'd be hard to eulogize your own dad.
Yeah. What?
Do you think they have a private viewing before they do the big one?
I'm sure they have something.
They're supposed to
Yeah.
have their own.
They're going back to Texas.
Yeah, tomorrow
Yeah.
their own.
Oh, they're doing their own thing after.
Yeah, this was a state funeral, and then they flew his body back to Texas, where he's going to be buried.
See, I was thinking they
His
did
wife and
it
daughter.
first, and then
No, I don't know.
yeah,
I mean, they may have done. I don't know.
yeah. it's
Anyway,
interesting. Okay.
yeah, I dig that new intro with our names.
Fiverr.
Oh, so it's you don't even know whose voice it is. It's just
yeah, it's a voice. Yeah.
not good. A
Yeah.
voice artist.
Yeah.
It's not the Bot 3000.
No.
Yeah, dude.
I tried that and I was like, yeah, let's just pay a guy.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
We need to do an interview with Hannity Bot 3000. He needs to come in the studio.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
He's crazy, man.
Yeah. So what is it? Episode 16.
Yeah.
16. Sweet 16.
Wow.
We're old enough to drive.
You guys, yeah, you've come a long way.
Yeah.
I know.
I don't know what that means.
I mean, 16 episodes ago, just back then we didn't even have this drop.
No. It was just us
Yeah.
sitting here. And you know what? That episode's not even available right now because Spencer made me
I didn't
make it private.
you. It just sucked so bad that I wanted to take it.
Maybe-
I didn't want people's first experience to be
Right. Episode 1.
But if you see me there,
I didn't want it to be
chances
this.
are I will be lubing up
See,
my feet.
You got all the best drops from
Chances are,
episode 1.
No.
So when we get to 25, we'll put it back up.
Yeah.
And you can go back and listen to 1.
I sit in the chair.
I'm gonna.
That's the plan.
All my clothes.
I'm gonna.
And
I'm going to make a song to this. Hold on. Let me. Oops, that's not what I want. I need to play some music here. Hold on. Look. Yeah.
by the way, I did it with my mouth. But if you see me there,
Yeah.
chances are I will be lubing up my feet.
He's kind of a dick. I'm gonna get it going. Don't worry.
Oh, okay. I think you have you're an artist, so I think you have a vision of what you want,
Yeah.
Chances are I
and
will
we don't hear it at all.
No, I know. Don't worry. I'll get it going.
Yeah, so he'll get it figured out.
Yeah,
You're gonna
we
do it
wanna
right
hear
now?
about the
No.
pigeons
Oh.
too. The
What?
pigeons have to be in it.
Oh yeah.
Right. So he's gonna.
Where's my doing pigeons?
You're gonna make a-
drop?
Four
There it
dudes.
is.
Four
There
dudes.
we go.
do it,
Oh,
do it, 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 do it.
Oh, jeez.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah, sometimes, we're both musicians. Sometimes you have a vision for a song and you start to play it and no one knows what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah, of
and it's
course.
the most frustrating thing in the world
Right.
when you're trying to get someone else to listen. Like, no, dude, play a freaking bar chord. I need you to play a bar on 7. And they're like, no, I think this will sound better.
Yeah.
That's why we don't. That's why Rejected Takeoff is just me and Spencer.
Right. Because everyone else,
Yeah.
sucks.
And I remember when we first got together, we made a pact.
We did.
Yeah, we were like, look,
There was definitely.
we made like a deal, like we can be as critical as we want with each other and never take it personally,
Right.
and we were very
Right.
good. So that's why it's worked.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
True.
good.
We are greatest hits album.
Oh, yeah, all the three of them.
yeah. Three.
I've got two more that are pretty close to being done.
We're gonna have we're releasing them one at a time, but eventually we'll make an album out of them.
Yeah.
So.
Maybe I'll tease one of them in the break.
I know Madison listened to it. And was it your son that loved it?
Yeah.
Listen to Rejected Takeoff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Which
and
one?
I told him I didn't believe that it was you rapping.
Yeah, so the first time I showed Mad Dog I think it was either Barry. It was one of the ones when I'm rapping. Barry Down.
This?
I think so.
Yeah.
We were listening to this, and Madison's like, "This is you?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "No, it's not. Sing it." And so I started rapping along with it.
And I was just like, wait, that is you.
Yeah.
It was great.
So that's me rapping in there, and then Spencer sings in the chorus.
Yeah.
So anyway.
That's how we roll.
That's
Yeah.
good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, man.
That's how we roll. What's your favorite one of my drops?
Well, they're all making fun of me.
No. My favorite is this.
This storm will kill you. It will kill your children. It will kill your pets. And everyone you know who wants to mess with it.
Everyone you know who wants to mess with it?
Yeah. Speaking of things messing with you,
Yeah.
I went to Subway
Why?
because it's within walking distance,
Oh,
and
I did
it's
see
like
that,
$5
and
foot long.
I wasn't sure how that was going to pan out.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
let's talk about this Subway.
have you ever gone to a restaurant or fast food place? You know, they're like, "Hey, would you like to try our brand new triple double hamburger splatter?"
Yeah.
And you're always like, no. Well,
Right.
he's like, hey, do you want to try our new garlic bread meatball sub spectacular or whatever?
That actually sounds okay.
And I was like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And so they made it foot long. I didn't even he just made it foot long. I wasn't gonna fight him on it.
You have to twist my arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was so greasy that it was everywhere.
Like the garlic bread was greasy?
Just the whole sandwich, because it was like chock full of cheese. The cheese, he like used an ice cream scoop and scooped this cheesy, garlicky combination. And anyway, it was good,
terrible.
but it gave me heartburn, and I felt like I was gonna die. Like I feel like I couldn't breathe the rest of the day. Like, I was over at my desk, like, what is happening? This sandwich is going to kill me. And I should have played
You needed like an EpiPen.
Well, no. So you know how we have the Pillow app,
Yeah.
and you know how it records noises when you sleep,
Yeah.
and normally it's like you choking or coughing or whatever.
You're apneaing.
Yeah. It recorded some choice sounds from me
Last night?
that night.
That night?
That was not me choking or coughing or anything.
Were you talking like, "How it's meatball?"
No, no,
garlic.
no, not at all. It was. I don't know where I put the sound. I'm not gonna play it. I'm not gonna play the sound.
You're not going to play it?
Was it body
We'd
like
be okay
other
with
body
it.
sounds?
Yes.
Oh, other body
Yeah,
sounds.
yeah. It was. I kept every few minutes. I mean, it was just.
Yeah. You have to change your sheets.
Yeah.
Just ripping.
Yeah, and then I thought to myself, so there's a new technology that they're talking about that's going to make it where you can send smells through your phone.
I saw that.
And I thought to myself, the only thing I would ever use this for is to send Brian a text of what my room smells like right now.
I've had multiple friends take pictures of their toilet and send it to me as a joke.
Don't do that.
Afterwards.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I'm always the target of this.
I don't know. I've gotten one of those before, and I was like, don't do that. Don't.
How are they going to do that, though?
I've like sent it to my wife.
What? Check this out.
Look at this. This was awesome. It felt great.
Like, what?
I wouldn't send it to you though.
No.
That would be like.
No, I had
That'd
friends
be a little
that would do it.
embarrassing. My wife is one thing.
They
but
would send
come
me a
on.
text like, "How did I just
birth a baby
shit a
python?"
basketball?" Send me a picture of it.
How did this happen?
Yeah,
Looks like a baby python.
Yeah, dude. But we're both in phones, me and Madison. Like, and this sending smells. Is it going to be like a scratch and sniff? Like you scratch your screen?
I don't know how. I don't understand.
That
at
would
all.
be cool.
Yeah, I
to
don't
be
know how
honest,
that's
if it
gonna-
was a scratch and sniff,
Scratch and sniff was.
that'd be so cool.
How are they gonna do that?
They're
gonna implant like all these smells in your phone before you
I
purchase.
guess. I don't know.
And then when it comes through,
well, and then,
just comes
and
out
then
of
what
your-
it does is it
Is it gonna be
combines
is it-
Subway garlic bread, flatulence,
Yeah.
and then you can send that to Brian, and he wakes up.
It's
is
just
it gonna have
normal.
like a
Have
little
you ever farted yourself awake?
purple
Oh, yeah.
puff?
Yeah.
Yeah. You,
I-
Madison?
I thought
yeah.
there was
Oh, yeah.
I thought there was a diesel truck
Yeah.
in the room. And I was like, what?
The J brake on?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that so I'll tell you something I've always wanted on phones.
Huh.
I've always wanted an app that even if the person
That
has their
just
phone on
knows the
silent,
porn you want to look at.
well, that already happens. No, that overrides the system to play a fart sound. So if someone's in a meeting and you could send them a text,
Right.
and they don't have a choice. It just or like it just makes a fart noise. I've looked.
There's got to be a hack somewhere
Oh,
for
I
it.
know, dude. Remember
There's
that
gotta
one
be
that would turn
something.
off your phone? It was a text that when you
Oh,
opened it would
yeah.
turn off your phone.
Yeah.
No.
It was
an
years
i-
ago.
That was an iPhone.
It was an iPhone thing.
Yeah, yeah.
It was just like a sequence of letters and
Yeah.
symbols, and it would turn off the person's phone.
Weird.
But if they can do that, then they
Yeah.
can play a fart sound.
yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Look on the dark web. I mean, I don't know how because I don't know how to
Don't
do
even
that.
talk
Dude,
about the dark
We
web.
were Madison and I were talking to
my
a guy about the
gosh.
dark web the other day.
Yeah.
And he was talking about making a sandbox,
Yeah.
which is, I guess, a technical term to protect yourself.
A technical term to make sandcastles and dig in cat poop, I believe.
We didn't know what he meant,
Dude.
but long story short, he went to the dark web, and he was an IT guy.
Uh-huh.
He actually worked for the DoD.
cyber,
but
yeah,
cybersecurity, and he's like, I'll never do that again. Just the most vile,
Yeah.
abhorrent stuff on there.
It blew my mind. Like
Yeah.
I looked at him, I was like, so there would be never a reason ever for me to go on it.
No.
And he said it's easier to access. Than
Oh yeah,
would
you can
think.
just Google.
yeah.
how to
it's
get- you got-
much easier to access than you would think.
You have to
Oh.
have like a VPN, of course,
Oh,
because
right.
you
Yeah,
don't
that
want to
bounces around from
Can I use
country
my work
to country.
VPN?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a hard
Yeah.
token. Yeah.
I even like freaked my son out telling him that if he like tried to do it on our IP address,
Yeah.
that we'd get a knock on the door within like 10 minutes.
Oh, it's great.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I,
Black
I don't have to worry about
helicopters?
that anymore.
They come straight from
Yeah,
hell.
the one,
Yeah.
F-35
It's a
circling.
stealth one, stealth
Yeah.
helicopter,
Yeah.
right?
Obviously.
the one used
The
in
one
the
we
Bin
can't
Laden
see,
raid.
the one we've never seen.
That's all they use them for now.
That's yeah, the
Oh.
Black Hawk that we've never seen.
Yeah.
I'm so disappointed.
Stealth Hawk.
Stealth Hawk.
Yeah, I don't know how that's
Boy.
the smells through. I don't know how it's gonna work. That's
Yeah,
weird.
I don't know.
That's weird.
Weird stuff, man.
So I brought back my Jingle Bells
I
again.
love this version.
Pretty good. I figured we've got Christmas around the corner. We might as well bridge some Santa Claus topics.
Okay.
I was watching Jimmy Kimmel, and he had a quick story. Let me get that for you real quick. Where stop.
Is this a topic that like we should caution
Yes.
at all?
Probably.
Okay.
Not that people let kids listen to our podcast.
Yeah, probably not the best, but
What? Anybody under 12? 11?
Well,
Just-
as Jimmy Kimmel points
9?
out here, 12 might not be. That might not be.
Oh.
okay, here we go.
Rockville, New Jersey, was teaching a first grade class, and the subject of Christmas came up. So she decided to tell the kids the truth about. Reportedly, she told kids Santa isn't real, reindeer can't fly, magic does not exist, and the Tooth Fairy and Easter Bunny are made up.
Oh my god.
She also told the kids they were adopted. And the principal of the school had to apologize to the parents, which is aren't substitute teachers just supposed to show a movie and maybe take sips out of a flask of whiskey or something? But I have to say, a teacher did the same thing to me. They told me about Santa, and it absolutely crushed me. I mean, I was 17 years old, but which is different.
That's that's crazy, man. This is substitute teachers like on a quest, a crusade.
I guess. That's
Man.
just like I can only think of maybe she was like on a drunken.
Yeah.
like
You guys see
listen
this?
here, kids.
She was on a
Okay, I
binge.
can't get a teaching job full time, so listen.
Yeah. Wait, let's go around the table here. How old were you, Madison?
You know, age has eluded me, honestly. I don't remember when.
You don't know how old you are now?
I don't know how old I really don't. But I did ask my son this question today.
How old's your son?
He's 15.
Okay.
And he actually believed until just 2 years ago.
So I was going to say, if he believed today and he listens to this podcast, that's gonna be...
I mean, it was mom.
So he was 13?
Yeah. Yeah. And it was mom that kind of made little like mistakes over the years, like talking about.
Was that in air quotes? Like maybe like it's time to make some.
Possibly.
Okay.
Possibly. But, I read up on it and I was thinking, man, that's pretty cool that he actually did believe for that long.
Yeah.
I used to get anxiety sitting on the stairs when my wife was putting out Christmas gifts for the kids because I would think that they were going to come out of their rooms and catch us. But my son told me he never tried to stay up to see Santa Claus.
I never did either because we were always told he knows when you're sleeping.
Yeah. Well,
I guess I didn't either.
So here's what you talk about putting out gifts and the stress involved, right?
Oh, yeah.
I think I was I think I was like 11, 12.
I had to be probably pretty close.
I was around there, and I was up. My door was open. I had just gone to bed, and I hear my sister's on the phone. It was a house phone. There's no cell. You know what I mean? She's on the phone, and I hear my dad say, "You better get off the phone, or we're not going to put out any gifts." And I just was like, I just sank into a self-loathing. I couldn't believe it. That's how it spoiled it.
It disappointed you that much, though?
Actually, no, it didn't. I think at that point, it's kind of like you're capable of rational thought, and so once the thought enters your mind, you're like, oh, well, that makes perfect sense, actually.
Right.
So I don't think it's never that I never sat down and thought about it as a child.
Because
then my dad said that, and I was like, yeah, okay.
Well, that time of your life, you were like, you believed in superheroes and all this magic and mystical stuff.
Yeah.
What am I trying to say? Spencer
I don't know.
stumbles his words.
Mystical.
I'm looking at Spencer to
I don't think
correct
that's
me.
a word, but I like it. Mystical.
Little Jim Beam or something before you came.
No, but I always notice when Spencer does this, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I know what he's trying to say, but he doesn't know what I'm trying to say.
Right. Yeah. What's your
mystery?
Spencer?
It's mystery.
What's your Spencer story?
What's man? I can't. I don't really know of the year. But I'm thinking I was around 9 or 10.
Yeah.
And I had my suspicions, and I decided to. I think I wrote a letter or I did something without my parents knowing. And when I didn't get whatever it was, I was like, yeah. This is it. And I don't know that I actually told my parents.
Yeah.
Or they just assumed.
You called them out.
Yeah. I can't remember, but that's what I think. That's I think the age.
You remember how I told you my mom left me a note the other day?
Yeah,
in my fridge. So I'll tell you another shout out to her.
Yeah,
she's just a great person. She worked for the post office for 23 years.
I did not know that.
And she in the city in which she delivered, she would collect all of the Santa letters from all of the other carriers.
Oh, really?
She would respond to all of them.
What?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. It's just the coolest thing. That's just the kind of person she was. And so all the kids that would put them in the mailbox for the mailman to get, they would get one back.
Huh.
Really cool.
That's great.
Yeah. It's just how she was, So, yeah. That'd be so cool. I don't know if I ever actually wrote a letter to Santa.
I mean, how many letters would that be?
Oh, it was hundreds. She would come home with stacks. You know?
Remember this?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Because she did it. She worked for the post office until I was.
Did she have a Santa form letter, or did she write?
I think she hand wrote
all of them.
Yeah, if I remember right, I'll have to ask her.
I would have to be like, "Dear children, hopefully you can read Santa's handwriting."
Right. Yeah. Because this was in the 90s.
What if?
That'd be like a teacher complaining like. Grading papers all night long.
Right, yeah. He's not like printing on a dot matrix printer to all the kids,
I don't want to bring anybody down here, but what if they caught on that
all the handwriting?
Yeah, they're like, this is women's handwriting. You think kids are that smart? There's no way this is Santa Claus.
No, because that was my point. Like the magic is so real that you just don't question it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I even got gifts from like Rudolph. I got gifts from the elves.
I think that my parents go all out for my nephews, or they used to. They would like go outside his door and jingle bells, and he would man, it was great.
Like you get all amped up.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Dude, my kids are like, when they were younger, it was like sensory overload. I mean, they would. It was like a 2-hour like freakazoid activity, and then just die out. It was insane.
Huh.
It was fun. It's fun stuff, though.
I feel
like you have to believe, though. I mean, that's kind of my tradition.
Yeah.
Is I have to believe. I believe. My wife was along with it, and so the kids are probably gonna hopefully carry that on. You know?
What do you think about parents who don't do it?
Like that just come clean at the age of 2, or
they just don't ever do it, or they're like morally opposed to it or for some reason.
So,
go ahead, man.
The Baptist religion is very dominant, and they tell you early on that there's no Santa Claus.
And you're from you had Baptist friends?
I have a sister. I grew up Catholic, strict Catholic, altar boy, the whole shebang. I have a sister who is baptized as a Baptist.
Okay, so she converted from Catholicism.
So her husband was found, so to speak, or whatever you call it, like by God.
Okay.
So the family is now Baptist, and my sister told my 2 nieces and my nephew, very young, that there was no Santa Claus.
That's crossing a boundary.
I know.
She told the nieces. Oh wait.
No,
she told her kids.
Her kids.
Oh,
my
okay.
nieces. My nieces and my nephew.
Okay.
No, yeah. Sorry if I didn't come across right.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah,
she told her kids.
Yeah, her kids, very young.
Yeah.
That there was no Santa Claus.
Whatever. If it's your kids, do what you.
My only problem with that is
that's a popular Baptist tradition.
If you do tell your kids that, then they're going to tell other kids, because no matter what you tell your kids, even if you're like, don't tell your friends this.
Right.
Okay,
well,
but
all of us had people in our lives that told us Santa wasn't real first, and we didn't believe them because you want to believe in the magic.
Well, yeah.
Absolutely.
You know, it's like learning how David Blaine does something, and you're like, no, that's not how he does it. He's magic.
What about Mind Freak,
dude?
Chris Angel freaks my mind.
The Tommy Lee of magic. Oh my gosh. No, he's not. I don't think Chris Angel's any good.
No, David Blaine is
Mind Freak.
Yeah, there's some Instagram.
He freaks
kids.
my mind.
There's some Instagram kids who do magic that are really cool.
Are there?
Yeah. No,
David Blaine will freak you out. When he walks up and does the $100 bills and like somebody that's like poor, and he just walks away.
Yeah, no,
leaves
it's
him
crazy.
like $1,000. It's like, geez,
well, then they cut
really?
the cameras off. He goes gets his
and then
prop
he collects.
back. Yeah, to each their own. I don't think I don't have any problem either way.
Yeah.
No,
I agree. 100%.
If I found out my kid was getting made fun of for it, like if they were old enough that they were being like made fun of because they still believed,
right?
Maybe I would then, have the discussion, and because I don't want them to.
Yeah.
Well, it surprised me that my son did believe for so long, but it also makes sense because he is more of a kind of sensitive type of kid.
Yeah.
I'm sure my daughter figured it out a long time ago.
Could an argument be made that it's not healthy to do it?
No.
I mean, because you are.
Go
fibbing.
Ahead.
Yeah. I don't
fib about everything though.
I know. Yeah. I mean, I'm just wondering if you think that, because that there's people out there who that's their reason for opposing is because they're lying.
We lie about everything though. At what point did you realize that you came out of a vagina? Right now,
actually,
right now, you just barely realized that for the first time.
I think I was like 4 or 5. My mom sat me down. Was like
shocked. Shocked.
No, I actually never really got a sex talk. I think my parents just assumed that I
didn't.
Nothing about the birds
heard
and
it
the
from
bees.
everybody else.
Yeah, I didn't either. My mom used to always tell me like if I was talking back or something, she'd be like, "Listen, I birthed you from my loins." So I could tell you what to do.
Dude, I left my house. I was leaving my house with my buddy one time. My mom comes in the passenger door of the car, and she's like, "All right, guys, be safe, and practice safe sex." And my buddy drops open the glove compartment door, and it's full of condoms. They're all free.
They come flying out.
Yeah, they're all free from the health department.
Sure.
And my mom just walked away.
So you were not in a red state.
Yeah, I was like, holy crap.
You were in the swing state. That's
right.
why.
Yeah, exactly.
Ted Cruz would never let you do that.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Uh-oh.
He said he could hold his breath.
I'm sorry. You are fun, Haley. I'm going to kick it. Chris Angel, you freaked my mind, you filthy cunt. Come to my room.
Is that Futurama?
Come to my room.
Or
No,
American Dad?
American Dad.
Yeah. I knew you were quoting it from somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with it in terms of like lying,
So I will say this. Christmas has never been the same for me since.
Like
that's valid.
And it's not about the gifts. The gifts are always great.
Sure.
My parents are awesome, If they had the money, they would buy me, I'd be one of those spoiled rich kids for sure.
Yeah.
But it just seems like another day to me now. And it's been that way since
you found out?
Yeah, kind of.
That's interesting. Now, it's always been a special day to me. I used to see family and stuff. My parents used to mess with me, though. They used to buy, I would say, like, I want this race car. I loved RC cars.
Yeah.
And I'd go to Radio Shack. I'd show them the one I want, and I would just plan on it. Right? 1 year.
I have a funny story. Don't let me forget.
Okay, I won't. So 1 year, I showed it to him. It was like a Camaro. It was rad. It was blue, racing stripes. And I showed my dad, and he's like, okay, well, I'll make note.
Right.
I think I was, let's see, probably 12, or so. And I opened my big gift, quote unquote. You always have the one big gift.
Right.
Yeah.
And keep it also, by the way, Christmas is an ordeal at my house when I was a kid. My mom would individually wrap like socks. It's like
gosh.
one
Oh, yeah. No, my wife
and
does
like
that.
chapstick would be taped like it was so funny. Actually, one time, speaking of learning that Santa's not real, my brother said that in jest once. He was unwrapping a chapstick. He's like, "Oh, Santa went a little tape happy," and I was like, "Why did he make that joke?" Anyway, so I unwrapped my big gift, and it is a corded little tiny car that can only go forward and reverse and right.
Yeah.
it can't turn unless you're going in reverse. And I was like, "Oh, thank you so much. This is exactly the one I wanted." Just playing it off, and my mom got like actually mad. She's like, "You're such a dork. Why would you?" She wanted me to get pissed.
Oh, she wanted you to get upset.
Yeah.
She's like, I raised you so well. It makes me so angry.
Basically, yeah.
Why can't you be a spoiled kid?
Yeah. So she's like, "Here's the real one," and then he took it back. That was pretty funny stuff.
So you did get the real one as well?
Oh yeah. Well, they took the crappy one was like $10.
Yeah.
They took it back. So, what was your funny story?
So, my favorite Christmas gift that I ever got was a Nintendo 64.
Oh wow, that's a big gift.
It was because my mom was anti video games.
Yeah.
And everything else.
Did you convince her it's not a video game?
I can't remember why
it's an educational tool.
I finally convinced her to get me one. And I know where she hid things in her closet. So, prior to Christmas, I was snooping around when she wasn't home. And I had asked specifically for a Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
And I found a PlayStation.
Oh.
And I was full of rage. And so I don't remember exactly what I did.
You found a way to work it into conversation?
Yes,
like,
I did.
The PlayStation sucks.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I did something to that extent.
Like a PlayStation commercial came on. You're like,
those are the worst, man. I hate them.
They break.
And she took it back and got me the 64. But I guess...
Did you know that she switched before Christmas?
I don't remember.
Did you ever find a gift and then you were kind of disappointed that you couldn't open it with surprise?
Oh, yeah, because like every year. With Amazon wish list, you can cheat pretty easily. But anyway,
it's true.
The Target guy
Neither did I.
had convinced her to buy a PlayStation instead of a Nintendo. And if I would have been old enough, I probably would have gone back and like stabbed that guy. Like, what do you mean? What? Who does that?
He had commission. That's why he was
Target
getting.
People don't have commission.
No,
Target.
He had a spiff.
Yeah. At that time, he probably
they give him
did.
spiffs.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Anytime someone in retail is recommending something to you, they're
That's
getting
probably
a
true.
spiff or a commission, because why the hell else would they care?
Yeah, they don't care otherwise.
Yeah, you're like, I want the worst thing in the store. Like,
But
okay, whatever.
anyway, when I opened the box of the Nintendo 64, there's actually a big blue dildo inside. It was crazy. I'm just joking. Can you imagine? No, that's not what happened.
I now use it as a neti pot. Oh man, that's good stuff.
Okay.
I dig it.
Well, we need to take our first break. When we come back, We will be doing random headlines that I just recently looked at. Train derailments, goalies, rhinestone pigeons.
We're going to have a Madison story, too.
Oh,
if you remember
Madison story.
Shrooms last time.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm gonna go away from the magical mushrooms, but the train derailment make them relevant.
Okay.
Oh, good. When we come back, Brian slaps a pigeon.
In what has become a winter tradition, members of the Zarlon 7 Polar Bear Club today took the plunge into a river of liquid ammonia.
There were no survivors.
Takes all kinds. And now, with his annual Xmas message, here's the head of the Xmas Safety Council, the head of Walter Cronkite.
Season's warnings, Linda and Marble.
This guy's too trustworthy. What's his angle?
In all the tinsel and terror of the holiday season, we too often underestimate that murderous brute better known as Santa Claus. With images of last year's gingerbread massacre freshly baked into our memories, I remind you to bolt your doors, say goodbye to your pets, and lock your children in the closet. This is Walter Cronkite saying, I told you so.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled program to bring you these random headlines.
That's cool. He stole my job.
Yeah. All right. We have some random headlines that I just literally pulled out of my anus. My anus?
Literally?
Am I allowed to say that on...
This is a podcast.
On
You can say
podcast?
whatever you
No.
want.
Yeah.
We might have to put the little E next to it now. But
Explicit?
yeah, I don't know.
Anus?
Literally.
No,
Oh.
just right before the show.
But yeah, just not literally.
Oh, what happened to my train derailing? I gotta find this one. Anyway,
I was drinking, almost did a spit take. Thanks for that.
So here's a soccer game.
Okay.
And
Should I be looking?
yeah.
Oh, what?
So this is where is this at? League between I don't know, some random country. Anyway,
It's not America. It doesn't matter.
yeah. They're playing the football here, and they're about to score a goal.
Oh.
And somebody's dog comes in, and saves the goal.
Dude.
What did they?
That guy, the goalie gets the kick block. The guy and the dog.
Bam!
Yeah, that dog totally blocked that goal.
Yeah. Is that legal? I mean, does that
I don't know.
count?
What does it say there? Is it like
knowing
did it count?
knowing soccer
No.
refs? Soccer ref wouldn't allow it. He would just probably call interference.
Yeah.
Probably.
And do a goal kick.
That would make soccer a lot more interesting if they threw a bunch of dogs out on the field that could block kicks. That, and there's a game where you race cars and you
NASCAR.
No. And you play soccer with it's on Xbox.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Oh, it's
There's
a
been
pain. It is the most frustrating game in
Yeah.
the world.
But
Whenever
whenever
a
you
live version of that.
Yeah, whenever you
Yeah.
score a goal, the goal explodes,
It's
and
a
I think that would make soccer just so much more entertaining.
Because-
and there'd be a lot more on the line
Yeah.
because when you do get that
Dude.
goal, boom!
If the ball crosses the plane,
Yeah.
it's got a little sensor,
Yeah.
and explodes into confetti and fire.
Yes,
That would be
So much
so
better.
cool. So if the goalie happened to be holding it, oh man,
And he got pushed
sorry.
into the goal.
Yeah.
He's done.
Dude, I don't know. So yeah, knowing soccer refs, I don't think they would count it.
no, probably it says 3-0. It
Be
doesn't look
interference.
like, but yeah, that's
Be
that's
really-
a dog. Maybe he should try out for Real or.
I would be really upset. Real are in playoffs, right? Or is that over now?
It's over.
No,
It's over.
Yeah, no one cared.
they didn't win the cup, so no one cared.
Well, no one cared anyway. It's soccer. Anyway,
Wow.
directly after that previous Jimmy
I might have friends
Kimmel-
watching. I might have friends listening that have season tickets to Real.
Oh, well,
Come on.
good.
Come on.
Dun,
You want that-
dun, 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 dun,
Send
dun,
us some
dun,
tickets,
whatever.
then.
Yeah.
3 stars.
Yeah.
3 stars coming your way.
Hey, someone gave us 4.
Yeah, and they want Chris back.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
what?
just so you
Literally,
know.
I have a feeling Chris, wrote the review, but
it said 4
Chris
stars.
wrote his own preview.
4 stars. Title was work in progress. More of Chris. He brings balance to the show.
And the Force or something. I don't know.
And the Force. Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Well, we appreciate the opinion. Thank you for the
that's
rating.
good.
It's great.
Yeah.
Thanks,
I
Chris.
wish it was 5.
Thanks, Chris,
but it's cool.
for writing
yeah.
your own.
Yeah, thank you, Chris. Yeah.
Dick.
So
he uses Stitcher. So
okay. Directly after that other Jimmy Kimmel video I played, he talks about Hanukkah, and I want you to watch this.
Is this a random headline?
Kind of.
Okay.
It's.
I'm just not sure it fits the format,
We're
but
gonna
that's
make
okay.
it a random headline?
Well, I just want you to watch it and see if you feel any embarrassment, and I'll show you. We'll see if you can figure out what I'm embarrassed about.
Okay.
But I shook my head and go,
You don't know is the second night of Hanukkah. So happy Hanukkah to those who are celebrating
yeah, Chanukah.
this overlooked holiday. I mean, Christmas gets most of the attention, but Hanukkah is important too. And a lot of children are familiar. Most children are familiar with the story of Christmas, but they're less educated about the miracle of Hanukkah. So we went out on the street and we asked kids who don't celebrate Hanukkah to tell us what they know about this holiday.
Oh, jeez.
And this is what they said.
What is Hanukkah?
Emma, have you ever heard of Hanukkah?
Yeah.
What is Hanukkah?
It's where Jewish people celebrate Hanukkah on Christmas.
What is Hanukkah?
It's where some other people celebrate Christmas and some other people don't celebrate it like that.
Which other people do you know?
No.
It's Jewish people. Have you heard of Jewish people?
No.
Where do you live?
Salt Lake City.
Why doesn't Sam...
Yeah.
He had a snowbird shirt on. I was hoping that maybe he just visited.
Yeah, I was hoping so too.
No.
Salt Lake City. We
You
don't know
Do
Jews.
you know what a Jewish person is? No. So
Spencer didn't know what a Catholic was until just now.
I know, it's true.
How do you say it? Catholic?
Catholic?
Yeah, something like that.
So I watched that yesterday, and it's just like, oh, come on, Salt Lake. And they want the Olympics back for 2030, but no Jews. Sorry, Israel.
Wow.
Do Jews compete in the Winter Olympics?
Israel?
Just kidding.
Yeah.
Oh man! Speaking of Israel, we were talking about how to work this in, and it's going to work now.
Da-da-da.
Can I interrupt your random headlines just for a second?
No.
Yeah.
So Israel,
Spencer's been cut off.
I'm a drummer.
It's okay. My other random headlines suck.
Well, we can come back to it, but Israel, it's just a great segue. So I'm a drummer, and I follow a lot of drummers on Facebook. And this guy, I hope I pronounced his name right, is Yoni Madar. And he gives these quick little lessons on Facebook. And then he'll also post like crazy drum solos. And in my opinion, as a drummer, he is the best drummer in the world. Without a doubt.
Wow.
And that's my opinion, right?
Right. That is
Better
your
than Neil
opinion.
Peart, better than Travis Barker, Carter Beauford.
Man, we talked about this not too long ago. Okay, I got to see it then.
Why?
You'll see.
Okay.
But just if you watch some of his drum solos, he is a musician all around too, plays guitar and keys and bass and stuff. But drumming is clearly his passion. So I think I'm hooked to your Bluetooth for this.
Should be.
He comes up with techniques on how to play better, and he calls this one freehand gravity. Okay? It's not an innuendo. Okay, so just watch. So he's got electronic drums, so the tone is great, but I think even on acoustic drums it would sound this good. So this is his freehand technique. He's doing this with one hand.
That's weird.
One hand. Okay, watch. One hand.
Huh, that's wild.
And it does a full frontal view.
So is he hitting the edge and
he's like hitting? No,
he's like rolling it.
Yeah. So it looks like we'll post this video.
So he's rolling the stick.
It looks like he's doing a rim shot, but he's not. He's hitting it normal, and then releasing his fingers and then grabbing it again. And he uses that technique a lot in his lessons. But I've never seen him do that. That's crazy.
So it's double tapping the tip and
yeah.
Wow.
And he's doing that with one hand down 4 toms that fast. It's
That is-
crazy.
that's pretty cool.
Yoni Madar.
I
so,
can do that.
Anyway,
I've done that 3 times today.
Yeah.
So
My freehand gravity.
I think
I thought you were talking about the rim job.
Yeah, that too.
rim shot.
Rim shot.
Rim shot. I think
But
that
funny, both.
maybe we close this episode with
A rim shot?
with a rim.
Oh.
No, with the
Rim
Yoni
job
Madar
or
drum
rim
solo.
shot?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because you don't have to. It's fun to watch him play, but his drum solos you could just listen to. So he reminds me of my friend Josh, who can just play drums all day, and you could just watch him. So anyway, we'll post that video. Back to random headlines.
I'll be listening to that.
In Australia, a 2-kilometer train crash occurred.
2 kilometer?
Yes. Here is some
That's a long
video.
way.
That's a long train.
Yeah, that's a very long train.
There's train everywhere, basically.
268 wagons. I guess that's what they call them down there.
Yeah, I guess.
You ever notice that most of our random headlines come from Australia?
Do they?
A lot of our stories come from Australia.
Yeah.
It took off while the driver was outside the cabin inspecting it.
Oh, man.
And then it went for 50 minutes before it derailed.
Denzel made a movie about that.
Did he? Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Oh,
No one was injured, but the damage bill is expected to reach the tens of millions. Anyway, pretty crazy. And you guys ever seen the movie The Terminal?
Yeah.
So
wait a second.
Yeah.
I got to talk about trains for a second.
Okay.
Because 2 kilometers. How
That's
far
a
is
long
2
way.
kilometers?
I don't know. This is America. Look it up.
2 km to miles.
I know when I really get messed up in my car when I change it from
It's
kilometers to
it's 1
miles per
1/4.
hour.
Yeah, if you accidentally hit that button.
Yeah, and I'm going, oh crap, I'm
Yeah.
going way too fast.
So 1 1/4 miles is this accident. So I looked up like conventional how long are trains, and they can be 6,600 feet. So yeah, it's 1 1/4 miles.
Wow,
that's crazy.
Have you seen their diesel truck trains there? You know how we have
in
diesels?
Australia?
Yeah. You know how we have diesels here that put
Comes
like
from Australia,
2 cabs on?
Yeah.
They'll put like 10 cabs on.
Oh,
Are they just
really?
super long?
And yeah, and
Like
they're
cabs,
the
like engines. That's what you're.
no, like trailers. Sorry.
Oh, like
Wait,
actual.
like a locomotive?
No.
Australian. Oh, yes. We're not talking about trains anymore. We're talking about diesel trucks on the road.
What?
They'll do like 8 trailers long.
And it's like we can only do
We
like
can
a
do
max
3.
of 3 here,
Yeah,
right?
and that's
Yeah.
like empty UPS and
Yeah,
FedEx
yeah,
only.
yeah.
Yeah, these guys do diesel. They call them diesel trains.
You got to be kidding.
And they're like
on the road.
The trucks
on
are
asphalt.
huge. Yeah, the engines are huge, and they put like 10.
The anticipation's killing me.
10
Sir.
trucks
Find
on.
one.
They call them diesel trains, but I don't know.
Here you go.
So that's literally.
Oh, that one's not that long.
Yeah, it's insane.
There you go.
I don't know how they.
What?
I don't know how they get away with it.
That's still 4. Oh, what?
Yeah.
I don't know. That'd be terrifying.
Dude, the destruction.
Absolutely
of that,
terrifying.
I mean, we
look,
had-
that's a BP truck, so that's oil or gas.
Yeah.
In that truck.
That's British Petroleum, right?
You expect it
Yeah.
to end, but it just keeps going. And
Yeah.
going.
Dude, that would never be legal here.
No.
I mean,
No.
we get enough diesel truck accidents
I guess
as it is.
if they're flying across the whatever it's called in Australia, the desert, because no one lives on the inside.
Outback.
No one lives on the inside
Yeah,
of
it
Australia.
is called the Outback.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you
Outback.
be the Outback?
Could you
I had
be
to
so
correct you
ignorant?
with
Could you
the-
be more
yeah.
ignorant?
Come on.
Yeah.
So that is like they were even on like dirt roads,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
and they're doing. I mean, what 50, 60 miles an hour
Yeah.
with 10
10
diesel
trailers
trucks
full
10
of fuel.
Dude.
Yeah, they have like ejector seats.
So I was
Just in
gonna
case
say
something goes
because
wrong.
like
I
if
don't
that
know.
wrecks, do you just like let it burn? And
I mean,
doesn't matter?
frankly, it is probably more efficient.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
you
for
know,
sure.
That's like Yellowstone when it crashes, you just let it naturally disaster, right?
Right.
It just. Is
but I don't
done.
know how it would. You just couldn't turn in the United States. They must have like special.
Well, it's on the dirt road.
Well, I know,
It's
but
going
like when
through the
these guys need
desert.
to make a turn,
They don't turn.
you know, how do you do it?
I don't know.
They go
don't-
one
they
end to
don't
the
turn.
other.
I like that.
and
that
then they come
answer.
back.
Right, that's all they do. Yeah. Anyway.
It's a one-way trip.
Yeah.
So there was a Syrian refugee in Malaysia,
Okay.
and he has been stuck in the Malaysian airport for the last 3 months.
So Terminal's based on a true story too.
Yeah, it is. And so this
he
is
was there for like a
basically-
year and a half though, right?
Tom Hanks?
Don't know if it was that long, but
it was a long time, man.
But basically, this is the same
That's the
story, and
same
he
Tom
just
Hanks
got
from Polar Express, right?
Actually, he was detained. But anyway, he got to Canada yesterday. So
Whoa.
yeah, he made it out after 3 months. Oh yeah, look, he's knitting in the airport.
What? Arm warmers.
Oh man, that would suck.
No, okay, I found the original one.
Yeah.
1988
Uh-huh.
until 2006. He lived in the airport.
That's not right.
It's Wikipedia. His name is Marin Karimi Nasseri.
Are you sure?
He lived in the
That's
departure
8
lounge of
years,
Terminal
dude.
1 in Charles de Gaulle Airport from August 26, 1988 until July 2006 when he was hospitalized for an unspecified ailment. His autobiography has been published and as a book, and then of course the movie was made.
But that's not what happens in the movie.
That's 8 years.
That's
Wait,
no, that's
it's
like
18 years.
That's 18 years.
Yeah. 88 to 2006.
I did not know that. Well, forget this story.
Whoa.
then. This
How-
guy's fine.
Right?
Yeah, 3 months is nothing.
Can you believe that?
That's insane,
That's
dude.
sad.
Yeah,
that
is
is
sad.
Man, anyway.
How does that even work? Is like the airport like neutral? Like,
Yeah. When you're on an international flight,
right?
When you're in that lounge,
Yeah.
like when you get off the plane, that's like international land, and then you go through customs, and then you're in the country. Right? It's
So if you don't have proof or like
something's missing. Country doesn't want you back.
Right.
Right? You don't have a passport. Somehow you got on the plane. I don't know. Weird rules, man.
Unbelievable.
Stupid imaginary lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang. Well, that's it for my. The random headlines were all over the place. That was just I don't know.
I thought it was
man.
good.
It was
It's a good
all right. But
segment.
anyway,
Yeah, it's good.
we're gonna transition over. Wait. Oh, wait. We need to take a break.
Do we?
I don't think you ever.
Did I?
No. Let's go to Madison's story real quick.
Okay.
You cannot. I mean, it's.
Do we want to take another break? Do we need to?
We'll take a break after Madison's story. How long's your story?
It's not that long.
Yeah, we'll take a
We
break
can go-
after Madison's story.
It kind of surprises me because maybe you can answer a few questions because I did actually want to talk to my buddy's dad. That, yeah, you'll figure it out.
Okay.
So
Go ahead.
Just another random story, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Pensacola, known for it's on the water and a lot of railroad activity
Okay.
and a lot of distribution of cargo,
Goods.
Drugs.
goods, I guess. So my buddy and I, downtown Pensacola, we decided to jump the train. Like no big deal. Like sit in a boxcar basically and ride into town.
Oh, like a hobo.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, like a hobo. And our vehicles are parked downtown Pensacola.
So you tried to jump in a boxcar.
And we did.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Don't
got
some
in
of them
it.
have spikes now? Like
I'm sure they do now.
it's messed up.
But
yeah.
since I'm like older, it
Yeah, this
didn't
was
have- they didn't
this
have
was
spikes.
back when steam locomotives were.
I think the engineer was throwing coal. and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool.
So you got in. You
Yeah.
got in.
Yeah. So I got in and we just sat on the edge and like
Sure.
rode into town and we're thinking, okay, now we need to go back to get our vehicles because we had parked them.
Right. But trains aren't that
No.
frequent.
We had no idea what we were getting into.
That's awesome.
We literally got caught on this train for 2.5 hours. It picked up speed.
Oh no.
And it took a detour and started going down the coastline.
Wait. How did the train take a detour?
It
It just
it
jumped
didn't
off
go-
the tracks. And
No, it didn't go the way we were expecting to get
Okay.
back to our vehicle.
You know that they don't publish train schedules for that exact reason.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
I want to make something else
Yeah.
clear. Trains don't do circles.
No.
Okay, so you thought it was going to go back to your car?
So we thought it was going to go in and come back out. Like it was going in to like drop
quick-
a load off.
quickly.
Yeah, drop a load off, right?
Okay, go on.
And it was going to come back out loadless. Yeah. I figured this is...
What are we talking about?
Oh.
What? Are we still talking about
Oh
trains?
my gosh. Okay, so you thought that you were under the impression
Oh,
that freight
man.
trains just like go back and forth.
I don't know.
It was going to go in.
You thought it was going to come back.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I thought it was going to come back to where we got on it. It
Okay.
didn't.
Right,
it
right.
went the opposite.
It just kept going.
It went and like went another direction.
It was like, so was
Like,
it going? So
curved.
it was going down the east coast of Florida, or west coast.
West
excuse
Coast.
me? West coast of Florida.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's going along Pensacola Bay is what it would be.
Okay.
So we're on this train. It starts picking up speed. I mean, I'm talking trains. I mean, they move.
Right.
I mean, they're like 50, 60 miles an hour.
No cell phone.
Or 80.
No cell phones. No
some 80.
anything.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is, you're talking, let's see, 90, 92, 93. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's been so a long while back. So we end up on going over this trestle, this like train trestle. It goes like over a mile, 2 miles over Pensacola Bay.
Okay.
So
is
we're
a trestle a bridge?
Yeah, bridge.
Okay.
Yeah, bridge.
Okay.
I don't like where this is going.
No, so
Yeah.
we debated on jumping off the train at the time, and I was like,
Into the water?
into the water.
Oh
yeah.
no.
Oh yeah,
You
no,
gotta
no.
Tuck and roll would be better, I think.
Well, no, yeah, we debated. I mean, I'm thinking, okay, we're stuck.
You got
Like,
gators
we're
and sharks
stuck.
and
There wasn't gators, but yeah,
yeah. You're
So
you're stuck on the train.
yeah, we're
And
stuck on
Cubans.
this
Don't
train.
forget about Cubans.
Yeah, Cuba.
So not that far south, Spencer.
Oh,
Come on.
sorry.
Panhandle,
Sorry.
Panhandle.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I know he's so anti, right?
Anti-Cuba.
Yeah. So we end up in
Talk about Cuba?
I find out later. So it ends up the trains. We're on this train for over 2.5 hours at this point.
Yeah. So you're good. You're probably what?
Like in Colorado?
You're like 100 miles away, 80 miles away.
Probably,
50.
yeah,
Okay.
50.
All
I
right.
bet at least.
It's a long way.
And so we end up. I notice it slowing down, and we're on this curve, and I jumped. I just said, "What?
Water?
Screw it! No,
You
no
tuck- you
water."
tuck and roll.
I tucked and rolled
Yeah.
onto the rocks that
Oh.
go on the side.
So you
of
couldn't
the
jump
train.
far
Oh,
enough
no,
to get
not
off the
at all.
rocks.
No. And it tucked and rolled, and my buddy followed soon after.
Were there was there another set of rails that you hit
No.
too? Just the rocks.
No,
Okay.
just it was because it got around this curve, and you started hearing the squealing of the steel on the
Sure.
rails, and it
Yeah.
was just like, okay, this is the moment. Like we're so
Yeah.
far away from home, like I don't even know what we're gonna do at this point.
Right.
So we just jump, go, done.
Yeah.
So we land. We're okay. So
Wow.
I mean,
Did it
we're-
hurt?
Oh yeah.
No
it
broken
hurt.
bones?
No broken bones. And we get up, and we don't have a clue on Earth where we are. We have really no idea.
But you do know you could follow the tracks back.
Yeah, if we wanted to walk back over the
Yeah.
the water, I don't know how that would work.
That's true.
out.
How
Yeah.
How long was that? Over the water?
At least I don't know. I'd probably say at least 2 miles.
Oh,
a
wow.
mile and a half,
Okay.
2 miles over the
That's
water.
long. Okay.
So we end up walking down the street trying to figure out what we're going to do. By this time, I mean, we're in like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning hour. This, and I'm just going to say it. Little black kid rides up on his bike, probably 9 or 10 years old, right? And he tells us that we're not going to get out of this neighborhood alive.
Is he a ghost?
And
Oh, my
he
goodness.
could have been, honestly. He could. I don't even know.
So
I don't
he
even
like
know.
did he like rode up
On his bike.
Did
while
he
we're
like
two
do a
white
slide
boys-
stop?
No, just rode up and just stopped and looked at us and said, "You're not getting out of this neighborhood alive." Like 2 white boys.
This moves 20 miles to the west, and you and everyone you know are dead.
That's crazy.
So adrenaline kicks in. We start running. I've never ran so far with not being winded, basically.
Yeah.
So we break in to this. From what I understand, what I think it was like some type of school district building.
Okay.
Kind of cracked den.
And literally
Yeah.
broke in intentionally, like breaking things.
set
like,
off an
to set
alarm? Okay.
Yeah, we wanted somebody to come get us.
Right.
We were scared. So we
Don't you know?
Yeah.
The police is the ones in on it.
Yeah. Straight out of Compton. No. So
Yeah.
we ended up so we called his dad, my buddy's dad, who happened to have a car phone.
Oh, so you found a
He
phone in the
had-
building.
Yeah, we found a landline in the building.
Do you think the kid was warning you, like for your benefit, or threatening you?
Man, never thought of like that. Yeah. No, it could have been
Yeah.
a warning for the better.
Okay.
I didn't even think of it.
Wait,
like
what
that.
did you take it as? A threat?
You
Well,
just-
yeah,
you
I
just
thought
took
I
it
was
as-
scared shitless.
You
I
just-
thought I was going
I
to
don't know.
die.
I thought he was just giving you a warning. That was what I
Well, yeah,
thought.
but I was scared.
Like a nice
like,
warning.
What are
Like,
we doing?
Hey, just so you white kids know, you're going to die, so you
Yeah.
should probably leave. I'm just saying,
But
just
now-
throwing it out.
I was more like,
You
who's
grew
looking
up
out
near.
for us?
You grew up near here.
Yeah.
Was it known, like as a
It's-
problem area?
So it was Crestview is what it was called, and I never had even gone there.
What does that say? That drop
in the ghetto.
In the ghetto. Yeah, it would be the ghetto for sure.
Okay.
I still to this day don't know how this guy's dad found us. I really don't. He was on a car phone, somehow managed to find us. I mean, it was several hours later. I mean, we're talking wee mornings.
You guys are teenagers, right?
Maybe he's a train enthusiast, and he's like, "Oh, you were on the Delta line heading south."
You know what? He might have done something crazy. I should talk to him and ask
Google
him
it?
how the hell you found us at night.
That's crazy.
But he found us, and I remember all I know is that we heard a honk, and we ran out of this place, jumped into his car, and hauled ass.
It was like a minivan.
No. Yeah. Actually, you know what it was? It was an Acura Legend at the time.
All right. Yeah.
Which was really nice.
Yeah.
And he had a car phone in the center console. And I kid you not, I mean, I'm trying to put it together before, and I'm like, how in the world did we... Well, getting caught on the train was idiotic, for one. I mean, we're just being stupid, sitting in a boxcar going into town type of thing, thinking we're going to be okay. Getting to get caught on it for over 2.5 hours, but then to get found later in the middle of nowhere. How does that work out?
That's crazy.
Well,
I really don't know how we ended up getting worked out.
The graffiti on the boxcars doesn't come from the good neighborhoods, just so you know. I mean, at some point it's going to end up.
Every time a train goes by, I love reading the graffiti.
It's going to end up in So I mean,
that's crazy, man.
It was really weird. It was
Were you crying? I would have cried.
I think I probably did. I cried. Yeah, I was scared. I mean, I literally was scared. Like, I know my dad was out of town. My mom didn't know what to do.
My mom didn't care.
Yeah, she didn't know what to do. That's how this guy's dad got involved.
She just didn't know where you were?
Yeah, she had no clue. My dad was not around. I mean, he was out of town, gone. And we managed to get picked up, and we got back to my vehicle, and I went home, and that was it. It was crazy. And I've discussed this with my buddy. I'm like, do you realize like what could have happened?
I want to do some investigative journalism and find that kid.
I know, right? I know.
Like, do you remember when two white guys jumped off a train in your neighborhood and you happened to be riding your bike at midnight?
Yeah.
Well, we have such a big following on this show. I'm sure
someone will find out.
Yeah. Someone will find out.
Reach out.
Yeah.
Who that young
hashtag Mad Dog Tunes.
Yeah. I want to know who that young man was, and I want to give him an award for warning you.
Or threatening you.
Either way.
I'm glad, you know what? I took it as a threat because I really was scared. I'm glad you kind of spun that a little bit because maybe it was like, get the hell out of here, guys.
Yeah. I mean, why would he give you why would he tell you if he actually wanted you to die?
I don't know. I kind of took him as like a drug mule. Like he was.
How old was this kid though?
Like 8 or 9. Oh. And he was like taking drugs from one house to the other, crack house or something. I don't know. That's really what
He was ahead of his time.
Yeah.
That's a crazy story, man.
It was wild, man. Yeah. I have to talk to the dad and like see what's up. I got to get a little more detail. I want to know now, like how he even found us.
Yeah, you're gonna find out it was just a dream.
Yeah, right.
He's like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. What happened?
That's crazy. Next thing I know, I woke up in my bed. I don't know how it happened.
So we're gonna take a break. We will be right back.
And you'll find me
Secret Boar of Western and Eastern Samoa. We've got to secure for Santa's arrival.
Just as well. I'm getting tired of this wood show.
Cover that fireplace, confound you! I've only a few years to live. I don't want to spend them dead.
We're pushing as hard as we can.
Oh, pushing!
Oh, we're doomed. Every year we're doomed. Thanks be I had these bulletproof shutters installed. Bring it on, Santa! That bloodthirsty cadaver junkie can't touch us as long as we're not stupid enough to leave this building.
Aha!
Phew! In a related matter, you'll be delivering this sack of children's letters directly to Santa at his death fortress on Neptune.
This is the Our Take Podcast with Brian Sherman and Spencer Rogers.
We're back?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. I don't know what Madison's talking to me about right now. Something about a software update on an iPhone.
What?
I don't know. It's a big update.
2.83 gigabytes.
That is a big update.
Oh, that's big.
eSIM, built-in eSIM.
There we go. You can have
That
dual
is
SIM
fun.
on your phone now.
Oh, I can't.
You can't.
No.
It has to be a new one,
Yeah,
but whatever.
gotta have the
So
whatever.
I have a couple things I want to talk about.
Okay.
One of them's kind of serious.
Oh.
But then I have something that's kind of funny.
Oh.
So you've been following the Yemen thing at all, and how it's connected with the Crown Prince and this whole Khashoggi thing?
A little.
So we've talked about Khashoggi.
Yeah.
And for some reason, the entire Senate believes that the Crown Prince was directly involved.
Right.
But no one in the Trump administration will acknowledge it.
Right.
So we're at an impasse here as to what to do, because although the Senate, the Congress could vote to no longer fund the war in Yemen. So that's like their only recourse right now.
Right.
Right. Saudi Arabia is fighting in Yemen. We say we're not going to give you weapons anymore.
Right.
And that would override the president, because I think the Congress can do it for this reason. Anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, whatever. That's neither here nor there. They'll figure it. Someone will figure it out. Republicans all over the place are pissed that the Trump administration. So everybody who heard from Gina Haspel in the Senate was like unequivocally, there's no way that the Crown Prince didn't order this.
Right.
But no one in the Secretary of Defense, the Secretary of State, neither one of them or Trump will admit that that was the case. It's a weird cover-up going on.
Yeah.
But that's not what I want to talk about. I want people to know that the war in Yemen right now has created such a famine. I heard this statistic today. 130 children under 5 die per day.
Whoa.
In Yemen.
Wow.
So, what can you do?
Holy cow.
You can call or write your senator or congressman and representative, because this is a famine of unprecedented.
Is there something that we can do that will actually help?
I know that there are charities, but we have to end this war. And by ending this war, we stop giving weapons to Saudi Arabia.
Why is Yemen at war with Saudi Arabia? What?
They're an ally. So there's rebels. It's a civil war. It's a civil war that other countries have gotten involved in.
Oh,
okay. So we are an ally with Saudi Arabia. They're involved in this conflict. It's created a famine. It's the worst cholera outbreak ever. And there's no food. Basically, both sides are, what's the word? Embargo or a blockade.
Uh-huh.
They're blockading food. Peacekeepers go in. It doesn't work. Like UN peacekeepers or even NGOs will go in.
Why is there a reason that we haven't gone over there and blown up their blockade?
We have no interest there. This is the point we've talked about many, many times. We have no interest in Yemen. They don't give us oil. They don't give it. You know what I mean?
We have the world's strongest navy.
Right, but it doesn't. Well, I don't know if it's necessarily a naval blockade. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
And maybe that's only a naval term. I don't know. But the point is, food is not getting to civilians, right,
Mhm.
and aid. But the reason the U.S. doesn't intervene in things like this is because if we don't have an interest, we don't intervene, right?
Yeah.
So here we have
I can go
reason,
with
though.
that.
Khashoggi was killed. We have reason to believe that the Crown Prince did it. We should pull back all of that. That arms deal that we've talked about before, that would hopefully maybe slow down the war in Yemen and hopefully get these kids some help, because this is crazy.
Wow.
So I don't know what else you can do, but those are the things I know you can do. You can call, you can write a letter, congressman, senator, whatever it's going to be. Maybe donate to a charity.
I feel like writing to Santa Claus is just as effective as writing to your senator
It's true.
sometimes.
It's true. Yeah, I don't know how much
will respond.
I will say though that most
there's a chance that if your mom
if my mom works for Congress,
they'll actually respond. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
no, that's crazy though.
Sounds
and you're right,
like,
because we don't ever get involved unless it
our own
benefits
interests, right?
Us somehow.
Yeah, unless our own
that's
interest
very
is
true.
Yeah, Harrison Ford gives a great speech at the beginning of Air Force One about that. So, anyways, that's just I don't know. But I will say that most of the Congress, including Republicans, are finally coming to a realization of how awful this really is. But it is the worst famine in in modern history.
Really?
And caused by a civil war. So
Wow.
being fought by two countries who I don't know what their interest is. So I don't know enough about it. All I know is that kids are dying. And it pisses me off.
I'm feeling very uneducated on this.
It's not in the news.
Yeah.
Well, and I am too. But knowing that
the Hannity bought 3,000 doesn't talk about it. You know, Sanders bought 3,000 doesn't talk about it.
Well, either does anyone else because I haven't.
Yeah. I mean, we're up in arms about Khashoggi obviously for symbolic reasons.
Right.
And we should be. But this is a much bigger issue when this many children are dying. We're talking, I mean, it's almost like sanctioned genocide at this point. You know, they may not be killing them, but they are not helping them.
Right.
So
if you're not feeding them,
gotta draw the line, man. You're starving them. So, and they all have cholera. And anyway.
Wow.
Yeah. Sorry, it's a downer. But people should be informed. And I feel like the Our Take podcast does that sometimes.
Yeah.
We inform people. So
I'm glad you informed me.
Yeah.
That makes a difference.
And I would like to also inform you that you can no longer use Spencer.
Oh,
we need
I was reading about the war.
We need a segment about stupid liberals being offended. Because we've talked about it comes up every time. Last time was Rudolph, right?
Yeah.
I have another one.
Okay.
You can no longer say bring home the bacon.
Is that why?
PETA is claiming that it is as slanderous as racist or homophobic terms to say bring home the bacon.
Well, I was actually talking to a pig the other day, and he communicated to me that it's very offensive.
Bring home the bacon.
I thought he wouldn't care at all.
Right.
No, pigs are very sensitive.
Yeah.
Under that.
This falls right in line, though, that we were talking about with Luis on Facebook. That this type of offense, where I'm taking offense because you said bring home the bacon, is.
So I don't. It's offensive to pigs. Is that what they're saying?
Yeah,
that's their argument.
Yeah, I guess. It's just
okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's PETA.
I know. Look, but PETA is not like a horrible organization, but sometimes they go a little far.
They do have some outrageous.
Yeah, sometimes they go a little far. So.
Well, but
you know
what would you say instead?
Not child.
I guess.
Who cares about this?
What if I'm
colloquial
What
phrase?
if I'm going to the grocery store to purchase bacon?
I'm going to go home.
Can I not bring home the bacon?
Well, they're going to throw blood on you if they see you
I'm
walking
going
out
to
of there with
bring
bacon.
home the strips of unrelated. And you know what? There's turkey bacon. So is it offending turkeys too, or
well, PETA would say so because it's any animal.
Okay,
right? They're all.
It has to have some history, to it. I mean, it's got to be.
It's colloquial.
Yeah.
The term is.
I just want.
So you know what mind your P's and Q's means?
No. Wait.
But you remember your mom said, "Well, mind your P's and Q's."
Yeah, I know I've heard this before, but go on.
It's mind your pints and quarts.
Yeah.
It comes from Europe when you're at the bar and you drink pints and quarts.
Uh-huh.
Mind your pints and quarts so you're not a fool, basically.
Right. But it takes on a different meaning.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I mean, when I say bring home the bacon, do you think of bacon? I think of money.
Money.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of think of bacon
because
bacon's pretty good, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I just like bacon.
Yeah,
I expected Spencer to
let me.
say
that. Can I switch? I don't want to switch gears here for a second.
Okay.
I want to ask you guys something about
bacon,
music.
Oh,
so,
you
guys like 80s music?
No,
sorry, none.
Like big hair glam band?
Any of it? So you got pop like Duran Duran, or you have Michael Jackson, or you have like rock like Van Halen.
Yeah, a little bit of it.
Meh.
Yeah. So I was listening to. I don't listen to the radio really hardly ever.
Right.
But Ashley does. So.
Mainly listen to the Our Take podcast.
Right. Over and over again.
Yeah.
To get our plays. Hey, by the way, we made it. We crested a milestone this week as far as plays go. So thank you so much.
1,000 plays.
Yeah. Share it with your friends. Tell one friend and we would be up to
1,001.
2,000. It's something, some math there. Anyway, I hopped in the car tonight and it was on an 80s station. And this is why I don't listen to the radio, because there's so much music out there that doesn't get played.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
And,
well,
I want to start an 80s station that plays all 80s like deep cuts.
Uh-huh.
Because, listen, I know that Africa by Toto is a cool song, but enough already. Like Weezer just covered it. Like, we've heard it. Let's hear something else by Toto. They released full-length albums, I would imagine,
Right.
So I'm just bugged about that. It's been 30 years. I think we can listen to some other music from that
So
from that decade.
Funny you mentioned this because I have XM.
Yeah.
In my
personal
vehicle.
I was going to start a Sirius station that just plays deep cuts.
That's where you would have to do it.
Right.
But honestly, I don't know how XM even makes it. Now it's big, but when I pay for it, I pay a lot for it.
Right.
But here's what's even crazier.
But you get like every channel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get all the channels, but it's in my truck, which I don't drive as much.
Yeah.
So I asked my wife the other day, I said, should I pay this for the next 3 months? And she's like, yeah, I listen to it all the time. I'm like, wait a minute, you said you listen to the radio. She goes, no, I listen to XM all the time now. And I'm like, well,
Interesting.
I'm only going to listen to it like twice a week. You know, that's when I'll drive my truck to go snowboard. And so I'm thinking to myself, going, all right, I'll cut back on this. You know, this was going to work.
Yeah.
It didn't. But this is what was really funny. Now, I've only driven my truck a handful of times in the past, 4 or 5 months?
Yeah.
I get in it and I go to one of my Lithium is one of my stations.
Yeah.
Like 90s grunge.
Uh-huh.
Same songs.
That are already on the radio.
4 or 5 months. No.
Oh.
The same Lithium 90s grunge songs.
That's what I mean.
That were on 4 or 5 months ago. We're playing again.
Same thing. Like Smells Like Teen Spirit is a great song.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah, exactly.
But play something else from.
It drove me nuts. I'm like, I really don't want to pay for this.
Yeah.
Now because I didn't miss anything.
Right.
I was like, this is ridiculous.
I get it.
And just for Spencer's sake, I decided to jam a little lit the other day, and I did know what it was. I just didn't know what it was here that night.
Did you also make the connection that I could be the singer?
You know, after listening to Rejected Takeoff with the rapping,
yeah,
there's a little,
little
hint
for
of,
sure.
All right,
little hint of.
It's not
Big Red
necessarily
there.
80s music anyway.
Now, how many times has this song been played?
What are you doing? Why are you doing this?
Well,
do you know he lives
he
lives in Morgan now? I'll tell you a little story about that.
This
He's got
is
a bunker.
This is
a little Post Malone,
one of the top streamed artists of 2018.
Absolute garbage.
It is garbage.
Mumble
rap. Dude, somebody saw him at concert, and he's up there with a drink and a cigarette, and he's singing, but it's all like lip
he
singing.
doesn't sing.
All of these mumble rap guys
are
just pulling the hood over everyone's eyes.
Oh, it's
like
auto-tune.
I can
mumble
make
rap
money
bullshit.
off of nothing.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
And he's got tattoos all over his face.
Yep.
Yeah, this guy looks like he's 40.
There's Post Malone,
but
there's
he's
Lil
like
Xan,
22.
there's all these guys.
This guy has he was in a yellow Lamborghini at the 7-Eleven in Morgan. And they were getting
Morgan, Utah. Has
Morgan,
a
Utah.
population of 1,000.
Yeah. He bought a home up there.
Wow.
And he was on like Instagram and Snapchat from Morgan High School kids.
That's weird.
It was really weird.
Maybe it has something to do with
They were under
Karl
the
Malone.
impression that he was going to live in Park City, but he wants a bunker. He wants a 30-bed bunker underneath his home in Morgan, Utah.
Yeah, his music is going to end the world. So it's fine. Yeah, I hate mumble rap. It's awful, and most rappers do.
I'm full of little tidbits, Spencer.
Post Malone was the number 2 most streamed, and Drake was number 1.
That's just
both
sad.
just terrible.
That's
and
sad.
they are terrible.
What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? And by you guys, I mean everyone. What are you listening to? I don't understand it.
I get it, man.
I have nothing to do with that.
They make up words, you know. What was one of them made up words like?
I know. I hate to sound like the old grandpa that's like your kids' music, but really, like,
no.
There's no talent.
This doesn't have
literally,
to do with,
literally. If they played power chords on a guitar, would be better than
right.
Oh yeah,
yeah. If they mumble rapped while playing power chords,
see,
they would give them
here's the
one
word
more
you use
credit.
To rap. Okay, there's a big difference in using the word rap and MC.
Yeah,
in my opinion, at least, because if you go back to Beastie Boys days, MCs,
right?
Even Eminem will consider himself an MC over a rapper.
Yeah,
it's because it makes it's a big difference.
But if you watch these guys talk, they know that they're not trying. They're like, why would I try any harder when I can make money off of Chikimano? A non-word.
Yeah.
I just made it up. Chikimano.
Like Post Malone's net worth is like insane.
Stupid.
And it's like, and I really didn't think he even made that much. I really didn't think that it was going to be as high as it
not
was.
Musicians.
I believe that they had 8 billion streams.
Shut up.
Yeah, and so we had
8 billion.
Yeah, we had 50.
That's getting close to our part take.
Yeah, we
Our
had
take.
50 streams of our music
8
last
billion.
month, and we got 20 cents. So times 8 billion or whatever.
Well, he's making so much money off of these because kids go and see him live to watch him. Just
here you go.
Oh, the tickets to see these kids, or the tickets to go see him, are like $300 and $400.
That's so stupid.
Make a song right now. This is like 80s.
I really think that people, I think they do it on purpose. They're like, why would I even try? Kids are buying this.
Get my penis about.
Chickamoga.
Got to
Chickamoga.
I don't know, man.
A chickamoga.
What's wrong with
a chickamoga? A chicken mocha.
She's so terrible.
I'm saying a chicken mocha, by the way. A chicken mocha.
Chicken mocha.
A chicken mocha.
I had one this morning.
A chicken mocha?
Chicken mocha.
Chicken mocha.
It's KFC, and then you stop and get a mocha.
That just reminded me.
What?
KFC has chicken and waffles.
Wow.
Yeah.
As of recent?
I gotta go try. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
I heard a commercial.
Man,
No.
I think you're making poor decisions though.
No.
I mean, you had the Subway. You had
I don't know.
Indian
I might want to go to. I might want to go get chicken and waffles.
Yeah, this might be a after podcast adventure.
Yeah, we have a giant after
I
party
have to
after every
admit,
episode.
Have you had chicken and waffles?
No.
Neither have I.
What?
I have not.
You're from the South?
And I am.
Oh, man.
I don't get the correlation whatsoever.
I mean, I've heard that it's good. It's like, it's like
I hear it's good. Look at the
bacon.
picture; looks fantastic.
It's like bacon on a maple bar.
I would eat the craziness out of that.
Limited
That's
time
not what you were
only.
going to say.
That's not what I was going to say.
I'm going to go get this tonight.
That's crazy.
Well,
chicken and waffles.
I'll give you my address on your way home.
Chicken
Where's
and
the
mocha.
nearest KFC?
36th Street.
We have to call it KFC because it's not chicken anymore, right? Do we have to call it KFC?
They keep changing their mind on what they want to be called.
Kentucky Fried.
Do you remember the
I
picture
think they're Kentucky
of
Fried
the,
Chicken now.
Did you ever see the picture of the chickens that KFC like they
Oh, the bloated, like can't even walk.
that don't have like feathers or anything?
Yeah, they've bred them and
The breeding
the
farms.
gen mod them to.
It's so
Yeah, they don't have beaks. I'm
Yeah,
just kidding.
they-
I don't
no,
know.
it's like it's so no,
Yeah.
there's
I
something
don't know.
like
It's
that.
PETA will go off about it. Yeah,
I
for
want to
sure.
hear from PETA. PETA directly to me.
Hold on, I've got PETA right
Hashtag
here.
Mad Dog Tunes.
PETA, right?
I don't know.
Oh, thanks, PETA. Thanks for your input.
Oh yeah.
Look, they can do
was-
some good stuff, but they take it a little too far. It's like the ACLU. ACLU does some great stuff, but every once in a while they go a little too far. You know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm still going to say bring home the bacon to my wife.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So,
That's never gonna go away.
Yeah, man.
And I'll mind my P's and Q's.
Yeah.
Just like my mom said.
Brian, maybe you could join PETA.
Join me for what?
No, PETA, the organization.
What organization?
PETA.
What?
PETA is an acronym, PETA.
No, I'm not. I'm Catholic.
No, PETA, I'm just saying, maybe if this meeting goes well, Brian could be part of a PETA rally.
Somebody's having a rally for me now?
No, for PETA.
That's me. I'm Peter.
I'm not talking about you, PETA. I'm talking about PETA.
Somebody better have something to say to me pretty damn soon, or I'm going to have something to say to them. I am very busy.
I think Betty White is in PETA.
That doesn't even make any sense.
Oh, that's good.
Oh man. Well, I think
We're
think
about out of time.
that about wraps it up for today.
Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah. I don't know.
I laughed a lot during this episode.
Yeah.
So
A little random.
Yeah. Social media handles real quick. Basically, at the Arctic Pod on every social media platform.
Yes.
Twitter,
Facebook.
Instagram, Facebook.
Add us. Talk to us.
Yes.
Love us.
Send us messages. You can get a hold of us
and
at
before you rate us, and you have a problem, let us see if we can make it right first.
Right.
We'll try and let us try
See
to
if-
give you a 5 stars before you rate us.
Right,
4.
we can give you a star.
I want to know who this person is that's in love with Chris.
Right.
He's married.
It's Chris.
All right.
Probably Chris or his wife or someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Chris.
No, but
It's just Chris.
we'd
It's
love to get
Chris.
some more feedback. We're getting a lot more people, and it's fun to. Man, the Die Hard thing really got people going.
I know.
Oh, man.
So
It's not a Christmas movie.
no,
It's
no,
not.
we're
It's
just gonna put that there.
I'm just hey.
We're in charge of the episodes.
I can
so-
shut off your mic.
Yeah, you could.
Anyway,
But I will watch it during Christmas.
Find us, contact
I watched
us.
Independence Day during the 4th of July, but that doesn't make it a 4th of July movie.
It kind of is.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I think it was released
I was
on the
gonna
4th.
say it's
Yeah.
it's Independence Day, dude.
Yeah. So, So yeah, find us, like us, share the episode with your friends. We were gonna do a contest at some point, maybe give out some swag. So
yeah, let's do it.
But all right, for the Our Take Podcast, I'm Brian.
I am Spencer. Catch you next time.
Finding what matters the rest of it.